Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that addresses all your stock-related queries. In case you're here for the first time, well, over the next 50 minutes, top market experts will guide you through all your stock-related queries. So the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. Don't waste any time. In case you're doubtful about any of the stocks in your portfolio, send us your question here. Don't forget to also send in your name, your location and your contact details so that we can also dial you back and have you speak directly to our top guests and get a custom-made advice for yourself. In case you're watching this show live on our YouTube platform, then you can also use the comment section there to also send me your questions and we will definitely put that across to our top guests as well. Let me introduce to you our guest on the show today. We have Mr. Akshay Bhagwat, Senior Vice President, Derivatives Research at JM Financial Services, now joining in on this special edition. Warm welcome to you, Akshay, and thank you so much for taking the time out. First up, let's quickly take a comment from you on the markets before taking and diving into all the queries that are coming in from our investors and viewers as well. 24,400, it's been a volatile day because of the Nifty expiry as well. Your sense of where are we heading going forward from here?
The December series has started off on a very positive note, and the momentum, the broader market is improving, and the sense is that the lows of 23,300 odd levels which we saw in November has been done and dusted. We won't revisit the lows so far so soon. In fact, initially I'm eyeing upside till 24,750, 24,800, but you should be looking at the bank index because here is where the entire action is. Tomorrow is the RBI policy, and prior to the event you already have a breakout which is done and dusted in the bank Nifty, which is a very positive development on bank Nifty, which promises bank Nifty to revisit all-time high levels till 54,000 plus. So be invested, be looking for opportunities in banking scripts because there even dips will be absorbed very fast. Demand is very strong, momentum is building strong, and PSUs and private banking space both should be bought for the December month for strong upsides from the current level.
Right, okay, got that. All right, let me also welcome all our viewers then. We have a lot of questions already pouring in on our YouTube platform. So we have Sandeep Pancharya, Suyash, Vinita Gupta, Avdish Thakur, Manya Gupta, Avnish Chaudhary, all of them joining in. Warm welcome to all of you and thank you so much for already starting to write into us. Let's take the first question. This is from Suyash and he wants to know, Akshay, on IRIDA. Now he has these shares in his portfolio. About 200 shares has taken place. Has started to move up again and it's right now trading at 22 levels. Do you think the momentum is going to continue?
Absolutely. You correctly mentioned that the support is in place right now. And all these stocks, are witnessing a regain of momentum in the last few trading sessions. So IRIDA with the momentum build-up which we have noted lately is a very positive in the stock, which promises the stock to revisit levels of 260 very soon. So continue to hold. If you're open to add, you can even consider buying at the current rate. 250, 260 is the medium-term target with a time horizon of a couple of months. And from a long-term investment horizon, 325 plus seems to be in the making. So hold is what the recommendation is.
Okay, hold is what the recommendation is for you, Suyash, on IRIDA. Next, we have WhatsApp, number that we are getting in, and this is from Monish Kanpur. Monish has written in. In fact, he's bought Hindalco at the rate of 666, and his question is he can hold it for 3 to 6 months. So, what is the view on Hindalco? What is your view right here, Akshay, from the metals pack leader Hindalco? What should one do? Holding it at the current levels today, there is this spike which has pulled it up to 666, about 0.5% odd or so, and this spike has just come in the last few minutes odd or so.
Yes, so metals have been gaining good traction, and if you look at the price chart of Hindalco, it's been kind of a laggard in the metal space, has been trading sideways around the levels of 660 odd levels, but the broader setup just makes me believe that there has been a breakout a few months back at 600, which is a very strong development. It is only that short term there is a sideways consolidation, expecting momentum to regain. So it's continues to be long term, even medium term, you can expect the stock to revisit 700 plus. So hold with a stop loss below 600. 700 is your trading short term target, and positionally with 6 month plus perspective, 750 can be revisited.
All right, okay. I hope this has answered your question, Monish. Next, we have a caller with us from Nashik City. We have Sushant with us on the phone line. Good afternoon, Sushant. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm fine. How are you? Yeah, I have most stocks, which
Okay.
is semiconductor design, and I have 6,000 quantity at the
With?
And the second stock is
Okay. Let's get Akshay's view on this. Two stocks right there. First, let us address Moschip Technologies. The current level is 228. He's around 155 odd levels. Your sense on this one? Should he continue holding? Higher profits expected here?
Yeah, so for Aeroflex Technologies, yes, you can continue holding it here. The price setup is extremely positive. On the weekly charts, we have seen a breakout last week at the levels of 200. So that's a positive development. Even for short to medium term, 240, 250 are the targets in the making. Long term, probably 290 plus is where the stock may head for. So till longer term stock stays above 117, you have no reason to worry about this. So continue to hold is the advice.
Okay, got that. I hope Sushant this has answered your question. Let's take the next question. This is from Vinita Gupta. She says, good afternoon, Sakshi. I need to know where should I do profit booking in Affle India? I have 50 shares. I bought it at 1150 odd levels and another 50 shares at 1380. And she can hold for long term. Any targets that you could suggest maybe for the next 6 months also? So maybe you have a medium term view, not a long term view, because you have just a 6 months view on this one. Affle India bought at around 1150 and then 1380 odd levels. So still sitting on good profits. The stock is at 1800 odd levels. Over the next 6 months, any suggestion?
So you have entered into a very good price, I think, and really there is no reason to worry about because on the price chart we have noted a strong breakout this week, which is seen at the levels of 1700. That's a very positive development. Volumes are strong in this breakout. It just makes me believe that 2000 is the short to medium term target. So at least and book your partial profits on a longer term horizon. If 6 months is your waiting period, your target can be somewhere around 20 to 50.
Okay, got that. So there who writes in saying that I have bought Fino Payments Bank and I have bought this stock at around 410 odd levels. Currently it's trading at 360. Now he wants to know when can I average? I have 1 to 2 year view. And if advised, I can also switch to a better stock if it is advised by you, Akshay. So, Fino Payments Bank, what are the charts telling you? He's been holding on, sitting on losses right now. Better to switch or stay on?
The volumes have been pretty dull, and looking at the chart structure, I don't see any major up move in the making as of now. So, it is better if you're open to the option of switching over to another stocks. So, right now, as I see, if you are looking for a blue chip company to invest in Kotak Mahindra Bank, if it's the bill, it is in a long term consolidation, 1766. So, from an investment horizon, 2200 plus can be your targets in Kotak Bank. If you're looking from stocks in the mid cap space, Olectra Green is one stock which you can have on your radar. 1578 is the current market price.
Okay.
2100 is the long term targets I look forward to. JSW Infra is another stock which you can look from the mid cap space. 328 is the current market price. 400 plus are the long term targets which I look forward to. So these are some of the picks which we have been pitching to our clients very aggressively. You can consider them.
Okay, got that. So there you have it. Some suggestions have been shared, which all our viewers can definitely take note of from Akshay, where he is bullish on in this current setup in the markets. Avnish Chaudhary writes in, he says, hello ma'am, मेरे पास दो शेयर है, पीसी जूलर खरीदा हुआ है 183 पर 600 शेयर्स हैं और मैक्स नीवा बुपा हेल्थ आई एम गेसिंग कि शायद इन्होंने आईपीओ पे इनको मिला होगा क्योंकि उन्होंने प्राइस नहीं लिखा है तो अभी फिलहाल हमें दूसरे दिन मैक्स नीवा भूपा पर एक जबरदस्त रैली देखने को मिल रही है। हालांकि इसके लॉन्ग टर्म चार्ट्स नहीं होंगे अक्षय के पास। पहले पीसी जूलर को समझ लेते हैं आपसे अक्षय कि यहाँ पर अभी आपको किस तरीके का मूव देखने को मिल रहा है। इस साल में तो अब तक काफी बढ़िया परफॉर्म किया है स्टॉक ने, एक रिवर्सल काफी देखने को मिला है। अभी भी क्या आपको लगता है कि मोमेंटम जारी रहेगा? किसी ने अगर 183 पर खरीदा है, क्या आप बने रहे इस पर?
बने रहिए। प्राइस स्ट्रक्चर काफी स्ट्रांग है। इनफैक्ट एक कंफर्मेशन मिल पा रहा है कि 140 आपका एक सपोर्ट बेस बन चुका है स्टॉक में। अभी जो रिसेंट स्विंग है 190, वो आपका शॉर्ट टू मीडियम टर्म का टारगेट एरिया रहेगा, और वो एक माइनर हर्डल है जहाँ पे शायद वापस स्टॉक एक ब्रीदर ले सकता है। कुल मिला के आपको सोचना है, अगर आपका ट्रेडिंग का नजरिया है शॉर्ट टर्म का है तो 190 आपका टारगेट है। समय दे सकते हैं आप, अगर 6 महीना प्लस तो 225 का टारगेट रहेगा। तो कुल मिला के पॉजिटिव नजरिए से पीसी ज्वेलर रहे।
ठीक है, नेक्स्ट वी हैव अ कॉलर विद अस फ्रॉम बेंगलुरु. Avinash is with us on the phone line. Hi Avinash, good afternoon, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Tell me, what's your question? Any key stocks?
Yeah, I would like to add up Praj Industries at the current level. I
Okay.
need your suggestion if it is a right time to buy, I mean to add up. And along with that, PG Electroplast is having good momentum, and is it the right time to buy?
Okay, PG Electroplast, a fresh buying opportunity. Does it exist or not on this one? That's the question, Akshay. The other one is Praj Industries. Can one continue to add at the current levels as well?
First, PG Electroplast.
It's trading at 802 and it's about 4% higher today.
I believe on plus. I'm difficult getting this stock right now.
Okay, let's talk about the other one in the meanwhile, and that is Praj Industries.
Yeah. So I'll discuss on Praj because I'm not able to pull up this chart. So Praj
Okay.
Industries, yeah. So Praj Industries, see the price structure which I see for Praj in the short to medium term space is in a range. 700, 850 is the range, and this is more of a stock where you need to give this more time from an investment horizon. Probably minimum 3 months it will do justice to this script, where 950 can be the possible targets which I look forward to. Even from a longer term perspective, 1 year plus supports of 650 are in place, and 1000 is the target you can anticipate or look forward to. So continue to hold, add on dips around 750 in case you get the opportunity, but overall a positive view on Praj Industries.
Positive view on Praj Industries. Even on PG Electroplast, it is there on NSE. If you see PGEL, that's the code name in which you can probably get the chart. Yeah.
Yeah, so absolutely fantastic charts. Monthly, I think there has been not a single month where we have seen any corrective action from 150 to 800. That's a very fabulous rally which I see in the stock. So yes, it has had its fair share of run. So short term, there can be any round of profit booking any given point of time. So I would suggest better to take some profits off the table, looking the strong run up this had. But from a longer term perspective, really there are no major reversal signs as of yet. So booking profits is temporary. Re-enter around 725 in case the opportunity presents you. Right now, the charts are hinting for targets of 950 on the longer term charts.
Okay, got that. So that's the view that's coming in. I hope this has answered your question. We have Manya Gupta now writing in, and she wants to know on Bharat Forge. She has this stock at 1560. Term targets on this one she wants to know, and then she also says that it had also reached 1800, but I wanted to keep for long term, but since then it has been continuously slipping lower. So what should my strategy be? Bharat Forge at 1560 has been purchased, and this stock currently is at 1377. Any recovery in sight for this one?
Yes, so 4 bad months, that's what I see on the price chart, but it's nearing a support zone and shown a tendency of rebound at the support of 1300. So I'm positive that from the current level, you will have a pullback rally which can extend to 1575. This is more of a trading pullback we are looking at. Right now, yes, 1575 is in the making. If you are a long-term investor, stay on the buy front. Longer term is a different story, but right now I can anticipate around 1575 to 1600 at the best, looking at the price charts.
Okay, got that. Well, apart from this, we have one more question that's come in, and this is from Swati from Punjab. She writes in on our WhatsApp number on Berger Paints. She wants a view on this one because she has this 50 shares of Berger Paints at 525 odd levels, and Den Networks she holds at 56. I don't know if you track Den Networks, but for Berger Paints, let's address first Akshay. 525 is the purchase level. She wants to know if she can hold and continue to average also.
Yes, you can continue to hold, but don't expect any major momentum uptick
Okay.
in the next few days or months, because still one more round of downside can be anticipated in Berger Paints. Probably 430 is the support zone which I'm looking at. There is the point where historically a strong bounce back tendency has been noted in Berger Paints. So yes, if you're open to averaging, 430 is the level where you need to average the stock, 430, 440 roughly. And from a longer term perspective, stop loss below 400, targets near 650 is the trade which is setting up. But long term, you have to give minimum 1 year of time for targets of 650 plus.
Okay, got that. And what about Den Networks? Do you track it at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for Den Networks, well, I think
So
it's on.
Swati is spotted at 56 odd levels, Akshay. 100 shares is what she holds.
Okay, so Den Networks, the price structure just signals that it will be sideways and it will consolidate in a range. Volumes have become dull as day by day. Weekly action is also muted. So I don't expect any fireworks as of now. It will stay in this range for long. Might as well take an exit and get into some of the stocks which are recommended on the show. JSW Infra is one good bet you can look forward to. Ashoka Buildcon is one more name I would like to mention if you are looking for stocks from, slightly lower price, like 260 is where it trades. So this also we are expecting targets till 325. Consider these stocks, momentum is strong. Then it will remain sideways. It will not do justice to your money for long. So better might as well catch the momentum counters.
Sure, got that. I hope you will take this advice, Swati, and do adhere to all the suggestions that have been shared by Akshay to you on this one. Next, let's take Anuj Singh's question. He wants to know on Zomato. ये shares इनके पास 258 के रेट पर हैं और अब ये पूछना चाह रहे हैं कि आप प्रॉफिट बुक करें या होल्ड करें. आज जोमेटो पर रिकॉर्ड हाई लेवल्स भी हमें देखने को मिले हैं. ऑलमोस्ट 5% ऊपर अभी 299 के आसपास ये ट्रेड कर रहा है और लगातार बहुत ही बढ़िया मोमेंटम में पिछले कुछ वीक से देखने को मिल रहा है जोमेटो. और अगर 258 पर लिए हुए हैं तो आपका सजेशन अभी क्या होगा? प्रॉफिट बुक करने का समय आ चुका है या फिर अभी भी होल्ड करें?
जी, तो कम से कम हाफ क्वांटिटी प्रॉफिट बुक करने की सलाह दूंगा मैं.
ठीक
काफी
है.
ओवरबॉट है प्राइस चार्ट पे, मोमेंटम काफी हाई है. और आपको जानकारी होगी कि जोमेटो मेरे हिसाब से एक एफएनओ एंट्रेंट है 29
यस.
नवंबर से. तो आज मोमेंटम काफी तेज है, 4% अप है. शायद कल एक रब ऑफ इफेक्ट मिले और एक आध 2% ऊपर मिले, पर आज और कल तक आपको थोड़ा सा रहेगी. प्राइस स्ट्रक्चर में कोई खामी नहीं है, बस शॉर्ट टर्म में कहीं ना कहीं 300 310 15 के आसपास एक बार प्रॉफिट बुकिंग आएगा, ये मेरा मानना है. उसके लिए हल्की सी प्रॉफिट बुक कर ले और बाकी इन्वेस्टमेंट होराइजन है तो वेट करें, क्योंकि लॉन्गर टर्म अभी तक कुछ नेगेटिव सिग्नल्स चार्ट में नहीं दिख रहा है.
ऑलराइट, चलिए अगला सवाल लेते हैं. हैदराबाद से हमें एक नए दर्शक का मैसेज आया है, संजय कुमार. पहली बार ही हमें मैसेज भेज रहे हैं. स्वागत है आपका संजय जी डेली कॉल्स के इस कार्यक्रम में. शुक्रिया अपना सवाल हमें भेजने के लिए. उम्मीद यही करते हैं कि आपका जो एसोसिएशन है डेली कॉल्स के साथ काफ़ी लंबा चले और आपको जो सलाह दी जाए वो भी आपको आपकी निवेश की जर्नी में हेल्प करे. सो ही वांट्स टू नो ऑन Suzlon Power, what is the best price for Suzlon Power? I'm guessing, Sanjay, you want to purchase Suzlon because you've not written a price at which you've already invested in. So let's actually discuss this a little bit. Remember, this was one stock which actually was rallying on a one-way upward trajectory. It went up above 80 odd levels. Then in the recent 5 weeks of a correction that came in, the stock also slipped back quite a bit to around 50 odd levels, and it's been again on a pullback journey. So let's understand whether even at 67 the risk reward really favors, and does it make sense for you to enter afresh? Akshay.
Yes, see, after last 2 months of slight down move in the mid to small cap space, many of the stocks in this category are slowly regaining their lost glory.
Yeah.
Suzlon is one of the favorite stocks of a lot of retail investors. And looking at the price structure, somewhere it gives me comfort to say that 55.60 is the short-term support in the making. It's just that momentum is slowly picking up in Suzlon. So yes, you can anticipate targets of 80 plus in short to medium term. It's just that the markets need to kind of hold on and see some kind of a rally. Or in case you are open to buying, yes, you can consider buying a Suzlon at the current rates. Roughly 60 is the support zone and 80 to 85 is the targets which you can work with.
Got that. I hope, Sanjay, you've got the answer to your question now. Viewers, keep an eye out on the Nifty too. 24,600 is back on the screens. The momentum has yet again picked up pace. 147 points now higher on the Nifty right now. Most of the sectors that were down in the red have also recovered. In trade, it's the IT space which is definitely doing extremely well. 1.3% higher for this one. Banks have started to pull up. There's a sudden 0.5% of an uptick coming in on the Nifty bank as well. So if you see, last few minutes is where the markets have picked up this momentum. And you can also see the private banks, which is up 0.6% in trade, financial services, even the broader markets are also pulling up pace. Stocks like Titan are now among the top movers. Nifty, Infosys, TCS were again one of those top performers, but even the Adani Group stocks are coming back. Adani Enterprises up by 1.3% order. So we'll keep an eye out on the markets as well. But let's go on to the questions that we are discussing. The next question is again from one of our viewers. His name is Sai Reddy, who's written in on our WhatsApp number. He says, I'm a student currently living in New Jersey. I have 50 shares of Hero MotoCorp at the rate of 600. What is your view on it? Should I hold? I have a view of 6 to 12 odd months. Welcome, Sai. Good to see that you're watching the show live from New Jersey as well and sending in your questions from there. However, since you're a student, it's best advised that, you be very, very careful with direct equities at this point in time because you do not have a regular source of income. Once that comes in, of course, beyond mutual funds, you can explore with a lot of guidance. Let's actually advise you on Hero Moto. So be ensured that, you're investing with the right advice in the markets is the only caution that I would want to highlight. 600, I don't even remember when was this price on 600. On Hero Moto. I hope that he's written it correctly. But your sense on Hero Moto, what's next for this stock?
I hope it's not 6,000 because that was seen 4 months back.
Yeah.
So looks a high probability, but anyway,
Yes.
there is a good scope that the stock will rebound a bit from here. Suggestion is take an exit in this rebound because broadly the price structure is weak. If you're open to other suggestions in the auto pack, I believe go with strong names. Eicher Motors or Ashok Leyland can be the two other bets which can offer you stronger return potentials within the time horizon we look forward to. So take an exit from Hero MotoCorp, maybe 1-2% up recovery can easily be anticipated, but take an exit, get into Ashok Leyland, 260 to 80 is in the making. Eicher Motors, which I mentioned, there the price structure is stronger. There your targets can be around 5,400. So these are better options over Hero MotoCorp, which you can consider.
Okay, got that. So, Sai, in case your rates that you have mentioned is wrong, if it is 6,000, which seems to be high probability as Akshay says, then the advice for you is that you exit from the counter and in fact look at more momentum stocks because your ideal investment horizon is only 6 to 12 months. That's where you can actually make that switch in the auto space and see whether you can actually, make more profits right there. So we'll keep an eye out on that too. Next, let's take another question. This is from one of our viewers and this is from Kamlesh Narkhere and he says, hi Sakshi, I have BDL 20 शेयर्स एट द रेट ऑफ 541 लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए लिया है तो कितने पर अभी एवरेज करें? एक बार फिर से डिफेंस स्टॉक्स पर मोमेंटम बिल्डअप हो रहा है अक्षय, और अभी हमने हाल फिलहाल में देखा कि सरकार की तरफ से काफ़ी बड़े ऑर्डर्स की उम्मीद की जा सकती है. 22,000 करोड़ के एक्विजिशन प्रपोजल्स को भी मंजूरी मिली है. तो बहुत सारी कंपनियां जो कि डिफेंस क्षेत्र की हैं, जो कि इन सभी इक्विपमेंट्स को प्रोवाइड कराती हैं, उनके लिए ऑर्डर बुक में काफ़ी इजाफा होने की उम्मीद है. BDL भारत डायनामिक्स की बात हो रही है यहाँ पर, तो इस शेयर को दिखाइए. 541 पर खरीदा हुआ है और अभी 1220 पर चल रहा है. तो प्रॉफिट्स में तो बढ़िया है. अभी क्या होल्ड करे रहे?
जी, होल्ड कीजिए। बीडीएल का प्राइस स्ट्रक्चर जिस स्तर से रिकवर करा है, बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट से अच्छे वॉल्यूम्स के साथ रिकवर करा है। बस गए 4 महीने का दौर था जहां पे बहुत पूरा सेक्टर दबा हुआ था। रिकवरी अटेम्प्ट है, मेरे हिसाब से सक्सेसफुल होना चाहिए। 1600 के भाव 3 से 5 महीने के टाइम होराइजन में वापस दिख सकते हैं, तो बने रहने की सलाह रहेगी। ऐड भी कर सकते हैं, एवरेज कर सकते हैं। कुल मिला के 900 का स्टॉप लॉस और 1600 का टारगेट पोटेंशियल बीडीएल में बनेगा।
ओके, गॉट दैट। तो चलिए, यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल चुकी है। नेक्स्ट हमारे पास एक सवाल आया है और ये है विनोद चौधरी का। ये लिखते हैं, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर डूइंग दिस शो फॉर अस रिटेल इन्वेस्टर्स। थैंक यू विनोद जी फॉर राइटिंग इन सच वंडरफुल वर्ड्स। ही वांट्स टू नो ऑन एलाइड डिजिटल सर्विसेज, एंड ही वांट्स टू नो कि क्या ये लगातार अभी अपटिक में रहेगा और मल्टीपल एंट्री लेवल्स इनको चाहिए, क्योंकि ये पूछ रहे हैं कि लगातार रेलवे प्रोजेक्ट्स जो इनको मिल रहे हैं उससे भी क्या इनको फ़ायदा मिलेगा। 269 पर करंटली है, इसमें क्या मल्टीपल आपको एंट्री पॉइंट्स देखने को मिल सकते हैं?
जी, तो अलाइड डिजिटल का अगर मैं प्राइस इफ प्राइस चार्ट देखूं तो आई थिंक मल्टीपल एंट्री से अप वाई सकते हैं, बट यहाँ पे एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस पार करना बहुत जरूरी है फॉर एनी मोमेंटम अपटेक। आई थिंक बेटर नॉट एवरेज, होल्ड, लेट्स वेट फॉर अ ब्रेकआउट of now. Keep a stop loss of 225. In case the price steadies above 325, we'll take a review of the stock, but as of now 325 is very crucial resistance, which 320 टारगेट रहेगा मेरा एलाइड डिजिटल में।
All right, got that. Akshay, so much for being with us on this special edition and addressing all those queries of our viewers. Always appreciate your time with us. Thank you so much. We hope that you have a great time till the time we see you next. Okay, viewers, now we will be taking a break from all of those questions that we've been addressing with all our guests for all of you, but we will be highlighting something which is of importance. We were just discussing about the auto space, and there is an important news that you should be aware of. As consumers of the auto industry, somebody who may be looking at buying a new car, especially Hyundai Motor, has now come out with an information that they're going to be hiking the prices of their cars starting 1st of January 2025. They have already cited some reasons for the same, including the rising input costs, and this actually means that in case you were looking forward to a new car, you may have to shell out more money from your pockets. My colleague Chetan Bhutani is now joining in with the key reasons, what the company has highlighted, what is the kind of that we can expect of the price hike across the car models, and the key models that will be impacted with this hike as well. Chetan, good afternoon. So, we were getting just used to over the last 3-4 months odd when there was heavy discounting that was taking place across the auto industry, and now tides are going to be turning because January 1st onwards, it's Hyundai which has announced first price hike.
Well, absolutely, Sakshi. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me over the show with this breaking news development of Hyundai announcing price hikes. In fact, we've seen over a period of last 15, 20 days, as soon as the festive season got over, we saw, various companies announcing price hikes, especially Mercedes, Audi have also announced price hike. Maruti is also expected to announce price hike very soon because, remember, due to heavy discounting, the companies faced a lot of pressure as far as on the margins were concerned. But now that the festive season is over and we have new year, have started to in fact announce price hikes all across the board. Hyundai, in fact, today has recently in fact announced from 1st January 2025 they would be increasing prices, which has been necessitated owing to an increase in input cost, adverse exchange rates, and increasing logistics cost. However, the company, in fact, in the statements have also mentioned that the company, in fact, took an endeavor to absorb cost to the extent possible and ensuring minimal impact on the various models. But however, certain amount was not being allowed. Up to rupees 25,000 is what the quantum of the hike is being capped to. Because remember, in percentage terms, we cannot put it out because the Hyundai has a various portfolio models ranging from starting from 5.9 lakhs to 46 lakh rupees. So putting into percentage terms is difficult, but yes, certain entry level models would be getting expensive, which could definitely be bad news for the customer who's looking to buy a below 10 lakh car in an affordable market segment. So these 2-3 models would be little more affected to the consumers in that segment. However, consumers rating from 30 lakh onwards would not be much affected. So clearly, from 1st January, which is the manufacturing year 2025, the price hike would be coming into effect. So right now, you're right, it's the right time to buy a car.
Right time to buy a car right now. Okay, Chetan, thanks a lot for all that update right there. So Hyundai probably just maybe a beginning. Some of the luxury cars have already announced price hikes like you mentioned, but we could also be seeing a Maruti Suzuki, the largest car maker, and maybe even a Tata Motors, and all of those car makers also get into the queue of hiking their prices, because across the board there were a lot of discounts that were taking place during the festive season, and now that could be just ending very soon by the end of December. So in case you're looking at a cheaper car option, buy it right now. That's what Chetan says. Thank you so much, Chetan, for getting us that update on that front. Let's now get back to all those questions, viewers, that you have been sending in. And we also have our next guest who's here to answer all those questions for you. Ruchit Jain, Vice President and Head of Equity Technical Research at Wealth Management, Motilal Oswal Financial Services, is now joining right in. Warm welcome, Ruchit. Good to have you with us. How does it feel in the new setup? And tell us what is the market really looking like to you?
Yeah, hi, very good afternoon, Sakshi. Thank you very much for having me on your show. Definitely feels good in the new setup, new innings I've started with. So now, as far as markets, no, in last few trading sessions, markets have seen a decent pullback from its recent swing lows, and it was resisting around the 24,450, 24,500 mark, which has been taken out today for now. So I think a lot of shorts which are there in the system could be seen as we could see some short covering move from here on, which could take the markets further higher towards 24,770, which is the next retracement resistance of the recent correction. Also, second thing is coming from the market breadth. If you look at the market breadth, a lot of mid caps and small caps are witnessing a buying interest over here. The Nifty mid cap index has taken support around its 200 EMA and the recent correction. So I think when the overall market breadth is healthy, you should expect some more covering to happen. So I think 24,770 is kind of level which we are expecting on the Nifty in the near term.
Okay, got that. We have a slew of questions that are already coming in, Richard, for you. So we won't waste any time and we'll straight away dive into those questions. A lot of our viewers are sending in their questions. So let's talking about the entire auto space just before you joined in, and there are some questions that are coming onto that too. So I just wanted to first address those questions. Vineet Kulkarni has sent in a question on the auto ancillary and the EV space particularly. Now he has two questions on his radar. One is JBM Auto and Electra Green Tech. These are the two stocks that he is looking at potentially to invest in for the longest term, maybe 20 years odd or so. So what would you really suggest? We have seen that when the focus of EVs was stepping up, these were the two stocks that actually had outperformed as well. Currently, do you think which of these stocks, where do you think more promise for the longest term within the auto pack if someone has a focus on EVs?
Well, if I look at the long-term chart, then both the stocks are good if you're looking from such a long-term perspective to add on. But yes, the kind of market changes, the market dynamics change. So I think you should not just sit for 20 years after buying it without reviewing it. So my advice would be to buy some quantity at current level, start investing in both these names if you're looking at, rather than choosing any one of them. And in case of any kind of declines, of about 7 to 8% or 10%, if it comes in the near future, then take that as a buying opportunity. So staggered manner buying could be done if you're looking from such a long horizon. But and also, as I said, just don't keep in mind that for 20 years you would not look at the stock after buying it. Keep reviewing the at least in once in a quarter from time to time.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next question then. We have Govind writing in from Dubai. Warm welcome to you, Govind. Good to have you with us and to see that you're watching the show live from Dubai. He wants to know on PPL Pharma, Ruchit. He has the stock in his portfolio. He's bought it at 178 levels. Now he has a long-term view here and he wants to add also some fresh positions. So at what price should he be adding afresh onto this one? What would you say?
The overall trend is very strong for this stock. If you do some analysis, with other stocks within the same sector, last couple of months, we have seen the broader markets have seen a good correction. Even the pharma names in this correction were not left out. Many of the pharma names have also seen some price-wise correction. But Piramal Pharma was one of the stock which has shown a relative outperformance compared to other names in this corrective phase. And generally, it's tendency of the market that those stocks which outperform during corrective phases or during downtrends, whenever the market or the sector resume its uptrend, these stocks witness good momentum. So I think yes, overall trend remains healthy for the stock. The stock has very good support around 250 to 240 range. So hold on your existing long positions. Correction in that range of 250 to 40 should be good, used as a good opportunity to add on to your positions.
Okay, got that. I hope, Govind, this has answered your question. We have a caller now with us from Agra. Gaurav has dialed in. Hi, Gaurav. Good afternoon. How are you?
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम, मैं फाइन हूँ। और मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि मेरे
जी।
दो सवाल है। एक तो पहला सवाल बीईएल पे है। बीईएल के 5,000 शेयर हैं मेरे पास 320 की खरीद से, और 5,000 शेयर गेल के हैं। उनकी खरीद है 237 रुपए। तो थोड़ा सा लॉस हो रहा है, तो कब तक कवर हो पाएगा और ये शेयर कहाँ तक जा सकते हैं?
दूसरा स्टॉक आपने गेल बोला ना, गैस अथॉरिटी?
जी मैम जी।
ठीक है, दोनों स्टॉक्स के ऊपर आपको राय दिलवा देते हैं। पहला बीईएल भारत इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के ऊपर सवाल है, जहां पर 320 की खरीद है और अभी 313 पर तो आ चुका है। पिछले कुछ दिनों में जो मोमेंटम आया उसमें रिकवरी जरूर देखने को मिली है। और दूसरा गेल, जहां पर 235 की खरीद है। दोनों पर अभी क्या रुके रहें, प्रॉफिट्स आने की उम्मीद, कब तक रुके, ये सलाह जानना चाह रहे हैं आपसे।
मेरे ख्याल से रुकना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर आप बीएल देखें, डिफेंस सेक्टर में पिछले 1.5-2 महीने में ऑल टाइम हाई से जो भी सब डिफेंस स्टॉक्स में थे, ज्यादातर स्टॉक्स में एक अच्छा करेक्शन आया है। बट
जी।
अगर आप कंपेयर करेंगे, बीएल में कंपैरेटिवली करेक्शन कम हुआ है दूसरे स्टॉक्स के कंपैरिजन में। और आप ये भी देखिए 200 दिन के मूविंग एवरेज के आसपास इसने एक अच्छा सपोर्ट बेस बनाया है। यस, थोड़ा सा पेशेंस का गेम हो सकता है। गेल है, बीएल है, आपको एक इतना हाई बीटा नेम्स नहीं है कि आपको शॉर्ट टर्म में कोई बड़े मूव्स एक साथ में दे। तो एक स्लो एंड ग्रेजुअल अप मूव आई थिंक ये स्टॉक में रहेगा। तो बीएल तो मैं कहूंगा कि डेफिनेटली होल्ड करें। इवन गेल अगर थोड़ा मिड टर्म के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखें तो प्राइस वाइज डाउनसाइड लिमिटेड है। कुछ समय का एक टाइम वाइज करेक्शन की पॉसिबिलिटी है। तो आप देखेंगे मे बी अगर आप नेक्स्ट 1-2 महीने के पर्सपेक्टिव से देख रहे हो तो कोई बड़े गेन्स एक्सपेक्ट ना कीजिएगा। 230 से लेके 180 190 इस रेंज में कंसोलिडेशन हो सकता है। बट ये कंसोलिडेशन विद इन अ लॉन्गर टाइम फ्रेम एक टाइम वाइज करेक्शन रहेगा। सो एक बार ये टाइम वाइज करेक्शन होता है, उसके बाद आप एक अच्छे रिटर्न इस स्टॉक में भी एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं। तो दोनों ही स्टॉक को मेरी होल्ड करने की सलाह रहेगी। और आपकी समय सीमा थोड़ी मिड टू लॉन्ग टर्म की रहनी चाहिए। तो आपको ये दोनों स्टॉक्स में अच्छे रिटर्न्स बनते हुए नजर आ सकते हैं।
चलिए ठीक है, आपको यहाँ पर भी राय मिल चुकी है। नेक्स्ट हमारे पास एक सवाल आया है योगा रानी का, और ये पूछ रहे हैं कि प्लीज लेट मी नो इफ आई शुड बाय CDSL shares today. Already the stock has been in sharp momentum over the last few days. It's been consistently gaining ground on strong volumes as well. Record high moves are being seen on CDSL. Does it still make sense for somebody to catch on to the momentum now at these levels at 1820 now?
So in fact, this was our today's recommendation in the morning. We have given
Okay.
to our clients, but the stock is already up by 6% today. So in fact, the entire segment is in momentum. If you look at the whole capital market segment, whether you see CDSL, BSE, KFintech, this entire capital market segment has seen good positive traction. But I would recommend, rather than chasing now, you should keep a buy on dip approach. Any dips towards 1700, 1740 would be good to buy, because the risk reward ratio would then become favorable. Chasing here does not leave no smaller stop loss from current levels. Existing long, then I would have recommended to hold on, but for fresh buying, I would recommend keep a buy on dip approach.
Buy on dips approach. Okay, got that. So that's the view that's coming in. Next, let's take another question. This is from okay, Jay Rami Reddy, and he says, I'm holding 20 shares of Tanla platform. Can I add more at this level, at the current levels? What would you say? 723 currently for Tanla platforms. He's been holding this at free of cost. Anything that you'd like to suggest here?
I would recommend avoiding putting fresh money in this. If you look at last few months, the stock has consistently been correcting, and it's not that the entire segment or this entire sector has seen any significant correction. So it is an underperformer within the sector also. So there are no signs of reversals here. Pullback moves are there in between, but no volume-based buying has been seen. So until we see any kind of volume-based buying happening in the stock, better to just keep on your watch list. But no, I won't suggest buying over here. So better to avoid the stock.
Got that. Gunjan writes in, she says, hi Ruchit sir, I'm glad to see you on the show. PTC India is what I need your view on, and Star Cement. These two stocks. PTC India I bought at 220 and Star Cement at 217. Should I hold or sell or average? What should you suggest? Gunjan, she's a keen follower of yours. What would you advise here?
Thank you very much, Gunjan. Well, unfortunately, I won't be able to give any comments on Star Cement, but yes, I'll definitely cover PTC India. Now, last few weeks, we have seen a sharp correction in the PTC India when it was trading around 240 to now correction around 190. But I was just looking at the volumes in this correction. The kind of volume the stock has seen before October, before this correction, were good. But in this stock has corrected along with the broader markets, because it's not that only this stock has corrected, but there are no volume-based selling in this stock. So I think once the broader markets resume their uptrend again, no, I think PTC India would see a comeback. So you need to have some patience. If you can keep patience, then definitely I would suggest to hold on PTC India. These are not the levels where you should think to exit your existing position. Let's wait for a pullback move towards 210 kind of levels. There again, you can take a review.
Okay, got that. I hope, Gunjan, that's answered your question. Next, Namita Arora writes in. She says, "Hi, Sakshi, you're looking gorgeous." Thank you so much, Namita, for writing in. She wants to know your advice, Ruchit, on the best entry point for Sun Pharma from the pharma pack and Uno Minda from the auto ancillary pack. Completely two different stocks is what she wants a view on. We do know that Sun Pharma was also showing us some kind of a bounce, and Uno Minda has also made a good enough kind of a bottom or a base building exercise that's taken place in the recent correction. How would you view these two stocks now?
Firstly, I agree to a comment, Sakshi. So,
How sweet. Thank
and
you so much, Ruchit.
yeah, and if we look at both the stocks, I think from a bit midterm perspective, no, both the stocks are looking positive. Sun Pharma definitely one of the heavyweights within the pharma name, so it does not. This is one of the stock where if you're looking from next few years perspective to add it to your portfolio, then such corrections which we have seen recently are good opportunities to build portfolio of such stocks. So I think definitely buy Sun Pharma over here from a bit mid to long term perspective. UNO Minda also has taken a good support around its 200 DMA, which was the recent low around 940. So 930, 940 has now become a good support base for the stock. So you have the stop loss below that recent swing low 930. So only if the 930 level breaks, then you should book the losses and exit. Otherwise, do some money management that in case if 930 breaks, it should not happen that you incur big losses. Accordingly, you can invest in UNO Minda as well.
Okay, got that. So that's the view. I hope this has answered your question, Amita. Next, we have Srinika writing in, says, "Good afternoon. Could you please let me know the entry point on Skipper?" Again, this is one stock which has been buoyant in the last few sessions as well. Anything that you'd like to suggest on Skipper?
Volumes are good along with the price up move. There is a high top, high bottom structure which indicates a continuation of the uptrend. Now the 20 EMA support is being held in last few trading sessions, which is now around 560. So with a stop loss below 560, you can look to enter even at current levels and keep a trailing stop loss. I think stocks which are at all-time high, the best method to ride the trend in such stocks is to keep trailing the stop losses higher. So for now, if you're looking to enter, then keep stop loss no below the 20 EMA, and you can go long at current levels also.
Okay, got that. Next, we have Vinod Kumar writing in. In fact, he's on the phone line with us from Hyderabad. Hi, Vinod. How are you? Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, Vinod. Can you hear us? विनोद जी क्या आप सुन पा रहे हैं?
Yeah. Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, ma'am. How are you?
Very well, thank you. What's your question?
So I have question on two stocks, ma'am. One is like Indocount Industries.
Okay.
The second one is like SMS Pharma. So
Okay.
Indocount, I
Indo
already
count at
hold
what
it
price you bought?
299. I have already have like 50 shares.
Okay.
And SMS
And-
Pharma, I'm trying to enter newly. Like,
All right.
I need like couple of entry points. Thank you.
Understood. We'll ask Ruchit to help you out with these two questions. One. Now, he's taken an entry at 299, so he's sitting on good profits, so that's a good part. And the other one is SMS Pharma, where he wants to take a fresh entry. A view is about 2 to 3 years odd. Where do you find confidence?
So Indo count, he can continue to hold on at current levels, but no, I would recommend him to keep a stop loss below 300 levels, because 300 is a good support for the stock. If that remains intact, then we can expect a pullback back towards 370, 380 kind of levels. But no, SNS Pharma, I think no, within the mid cap pharma names, if you see, then this stock is more range bound and has not seen any kind of volume based buying in the recent past. So here I would tend to avoid and wait for some kind of positive price volume pattern to get formed. And if any such pattern gets formed going ahead, then look to invest in this. Otherwise, for now, these are not the levels where I would recommend. Major support for the stock, if I look at some positional basis, is around 220 to 200 zone. So if that comes, then I think the risk reward ratio would become favorable. So at current levels, better to wait and watch.
Okay, got that. Next, let's take this one question. This is from Ankur Modi. He says, "Hi Sakshi, hope you're doing good." Very well, Ankur. Thank you so much for asking. His question is on Ease My Trip. Now, what should his view? What is your view on Easy My Trip planners? He's bought it at, he says, at 22 odd levels. Let me just currently see. Is my trip share currently it's trading at 16 levels. Yes, so it's at 22 that he's bought. He wants to know, should he exit and buy another stock or continue to stay put on this one?
I would recommend to take an exit and look for some other better stocks. You look at this entire theme, has worked very nicely over last 2 or 3 years. But Ease My Trip has been one stock which has consistently been underperforming. So better to come out from such underperformer and look for any other stock which are showing a relative strength. Rather, I would recommend to shift to some hotel segment, because if you look at the hotel segment, whether it's the wedding season which is going on, if you look at that, or no, the trend for the overall trend for the hotel sector stocks has been very robust in last couple of years, and that is likely to continue going ahead. So stocks such as Indian Hotel, which are much more stable than Ease My Trip, so there you can look to shift. So, but from Ease My Trip, considering its underperformance, still there are no signs of no outperforming. So I would recommend it to take an exit and shift somewhere else.
Okay, we'll take one last question now on the show with you, Ruchir. Although the questions are just pouring in and not stopping from our WhatsApp number as well as on our YouTube, but we have paucity of time, viewers, and we'll be able to take just one last question today. Kalpesh Patel is joining in on the phone line from Mumbai. Hi Kalpesh, good afternoon. कैसे हैं?
मैम मैं एकदम बढ़िया हूँ मैम। मेरा आज का क्वेश्चन है, मैंने CDSL शॉर्ट सेल किया हुआ है एट रेट 1850 और आपके गेस्ट ने उस पर बाय रिकमेंडेशन दिया है, और मेरा टारगेट है 1650। कब तक पॉसिबल है?
हाँ, काफ़ी मोमेंटम में आ गया ये स्टॉक सडनली और काफ़ी अच्छी बढ़िया तेज़ी देखने को मिल रही है, इसलिए हमारे गेस्ट को लगता है कि लगातार तेज़ी। अभी क्या करना चाहिए रुचित, जिन्होंने शॉर्ट सेल कर दिया है इसको?
वेल, शॉर्ट सेलिंग है तो एग्जिट करने की सलाह रहेगी। आप क्लियर एक चीज देख सकते हैं कि कैपिटल मार्केट्स का सेगमेंट, जैसे हमने थोड़ी देर पहले भी बात की, बहुत बड़ा आउट परफॉर्मर है। और एक चीज मैं आपको जरूर यहाँ पे कहना चाहूंगा कि जब भी कोई करेक्टिव फेज में अगर कोई सेक्टर नहीं गिर रहा है, राइट, जैसे रिसेंट अक्टूबर नवंबर में हमने मार्केट में बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट करेक्शन देखे, सेक्टर स्टॉक्स ब्रॉडर मार्केट्स करेक्शन था, बट CDSL या फिर अब BSE ले ले या केफिन टेक ले लिए, जो भी कैपिटल मार्केट सेगमेंट रिलेटेड स्टॉक्स है, उनमें कोई भी फॉल नहीं था। और जब ऐसी स्ट्रेंथ आपको फॉलिंग मार्केट में दिखती है तो वो ट्रेंड के अगेंस्ट कभी ना जाए। सो फॉर नाउ तो ट्रेंड पॉजिटिव है, बेटर है कि ट्रेंड के अगेंस्ट ना रहे और ये स्टॉक में से शॉर्ट पोजीशन में से एग्जिट कर ले।
ओके, गॉट दैट। तो कल्पेश जी, आपको भी यहाँ पर राय मिल चुकी है। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया रुचित, लगातार हमारे सभी दर्शकों के सवालों के जवाब देने के लिए। ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट टू यू फॉर दिस न्यू स्टिंट ऑफ योर्स। मे यू कंटिन्यू टू शाइन ब्राइट इन योर करियर एंड मे यू कंटिन्यू टू एडवाइज एंड गाइड ऑल आवर व्यूअर्स ऑन डेली कॉल्स जस्ट द वे you do. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time with us.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, we will have to wrap it up on this note on daily calls. I know Manu Gupta, Aman Aneja, Tekpal Bhatia, Sarla, and a lot of other viewers also have continued to send in their questions. Venkat also has sent in their questions. We'll request you to continue to send in your questions tomorrow. Then we'll have to wrap it up on this note. But tomorrow is when we can aim to address all your questions. So keep sending them to us on the WhatsApp number that's flashing on your screen, so that we can definitely take up your questions tomorrow. Until that time, we hope you have a good investing time, and we will see you very soon on yet another show on Business Today Television. Stay tuned.
From Nagpur's youngest mayor at 27 to Maharashtra's second Brahmin chief minister,